Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. Today, we're going to take a look at part two of a storyline we'd covered a couple weeks ago, which was issue number 23 of the Avengers. Here is issue number 24, From the Ashes of Defeat. He's not on the cover, however, he plays a tremendous part in this story. Of course, that is Kang the Conqueror, right? So here we see Cap, Hawkeye, Quicksilver, and the Scarlet Witch surrounded by Kang's evil forces. So, of course, this is from 1966. Stan Lee, writer, Don Heck, penciler, Dick Ayers, inker, and Artie Simek, letterer. So, From the Ashes of Defeat, of course, there we see Kang himself on the main page. Of course, you know, he's got the hots for Princess Ravina, something like that. And he wants her to marry him, but of course, you know, she will only be forced to do so if he kind of defeats the entire city and the Avengers. So they're kind of, and he's got, you know, all these forces that are working for him, and he's basically has them all attack the fortress where they're in this kingdom in another timeline, right? In another universe, right? Because they're not here on this Earth. So of course he's got like a million tricks up his sleeve. So as the forces are closing in, right, of course, the guys in the Avengers are saying, well, we'll do whatever it takes to defeat you. Kang, you know, flips some kind of switch, right, and produces this gas, of course, which Quicksilver does his thing and, you know, dissipates it. The Avengers are all fine, but, of course, Kang has disappeared. So now, you know, this princess, hold on, let me get her name correctly here. Ravonna, okay. So her, you know, she's got her people in power underneath her, and they're kind of like, well, I don't know how we can defeat this guy. We should just, like, give in, right? So she and the Avengers convince her forces that, you know, they need to fight. So here, that's where this kind of goes, right? So here, and Cap has taken a much more management leadership style role here, which even Hawkeye notes of. He says here, you know, son of a gun, he's getting drunk with power, but I kind of like it this way because Cap is like calling all the shots. All right, you got to do this, we got to do this, here's what we're going to do. Here's some triumphs from Marvel, right? So we got an old issue with Fantastic Four, the final chapter, Amazing Spider-Man, and Marvel Collector's Item Classics. So they've got like a shield over the fortress, and of course all the other Kang's forces are attacking from the outside, trying to drill in, right? So and of course they do break through. Of course they do, right? So here's where it really gets insane. This is a pretty good battle issue, actually. And of course, Ravonna is kind of like, she's like, oh, what am I going to do? You know, are we doomed here? But then they're like, the Avengers assemble. We're not going to get down without a fight. So here, you know, Hawkeye starts blasting away with these crazy arrows of his, right? Cap jumps into the fray. All sorts of stuff going on here. But they get overtaken, right? Of course. And the evil forces bring the Avengers, with the exception of Quicksilver, to Kang. Because Quicksilver actually went to go save this woman and her baby, and then he kind of collapsed. So they have her and her father have taken him in. They're trying to nurse him back to health because he got a bunch of stuff fell on top of him. And but of course, you know, Wanda is freaking out. Where's my brother? Where's my brother? And meanwhile, he's trying to recuperate. So there we show him, okay, in the home of the young lady and her father. And now Kang is talking about his evil plan, but of course the guys who are like in power right behind Kang, they're starting to wonder if, you know, maybe they can overtake Kang, right, and become the leaders of this place, right? So of course now all of a sudden you've got a insurgency happening, right? So but Kang, of course, and this is really interesting, so Kang is like totally in love with Princess Ravonna, as you can see. So here he gets attacked by his seconds in command. So of course the coup is happening. So he starts fighting with them, and then he realizes that, you know, well, maybe I need to kind of team up with the Avengers here, because quite frankly, because what they want to do is they want to kill Princess Ravonna, right, and then become rulers of this land here, of this timeline. And so Kang can't let that happen because Kang is in love with her. So he goes to the Avengers, goes to Cap and says, hey, I hate to do this, but maybe we should work together. so we can save Princess Ravonna. And then Cap strikes up a deal. If they do that, will he then leave? And he goes, yes, I will. So they're like, can we trust him? Can we trust him, right? So, of course, then they have to convince the people, right? So meanwhile, Kang was trying to overtake them. Now they got to work with him. But they're like, whatever to save our princess, we'll do what needs to be done. So here we go. And now the fight begins with Kang's insurgents and Princess Ravonna's crew and her people and Kang and the Avengers. Okay, so the battle begins. And then, of course, Quicksilver shows up, helps everybody out. They're all excited that he's good. So finally, Kang is like, I must keep up my end of the bargain, right? And now at this point in time, this is the craziest thing here. At this point in time, the princess, who has been pushing him away, oh my God, I'm so disgusted, I never want to be with you. All of a sudden, she decides that, you were willing to risk your army, your power, your very life to save me from execution. And he goes, you need to say no more, my princess. I have promised to free your land, and I shall grant the same boon to you. And then she realizes that all of a sudden, now she's got feelings for him. All of a sudden, right? So here he goes to send the Avengers back to their timeline, right? And then the last remaining survivors of Kang's tyrannical group break in, and they start shooting away. And then, of course, Princess Ravonna, jumps in the way and says, no, nothing must harm you, for I realize at last I do truly love, and she gets killed. So basically, then, of course, that last remaining guy they wind up killing, but now she's in her death throes, and he goes, Ravonna, have I gained your love at last, only to have won it too late? Perhaps 'tis just as well, my lord, perhaps 'twas never meant to be. She dies, and then as the Avengers are going through the time machine, right, I wonder, will we ever know about Kang and Ravonna? And while all that is happening, you have some evil force is looking at all this through a monitor, and probably the next issue, it'll be revealed who it was that was watching all of this happening. Can I tell you, it's probably going to be a doomy affair. And that's the issue there. So, cool little end to the whole Kang saga for now. From the Ashes of Defeat, number 24. Let us know what you think of this issue down in the comments below. Kang the Conqueror versus the Avengers. And please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we get the links to the Sea of Tranquility merch page, where you can get Comic Book Geezers t-shirt or a coffee mug or any of the other Sea of Tranquility stuff we've got for sale. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo from Comic Book Geezers. We'll see you real soon here with more stuff. Please hit that like button, all right, and take care. Bye-bye.